uh, who's taking care of what. So
Okay, so that's good. Thank you, Singyo. Moving on to Peter. Yeah, so Peter, lesson learned, areas for improvement, and moving forward.
Good afternoon, Peter Paloy with the Palau International Airport. Lesson learned, when you need food, just call Adolm at Public Health and she'll deliver all the lunch provisions, dinner provisions to the airport. But all jokes aside, to start off, our experiences at the airport, some of the training that we've done is on full-scale exercises. And another exercise we do is the strategic national stockpile exercise in coordination with the airport emergency health program that we do with the Ministry of Health. So our personnel and airport personnel have ICS training in terms of plugging into an ICS chart. So we had that training component with our staff. It's just the assignment, the objectives, and the task at hand was tailored differently. And so that's a very good experience is when they activated MHS EOC, and then we're plugging us in on a need on supporting the airport point of entry. We were ready to make plans on how we process passengers, how we're going to move cars, how we're going to move vehicles. It's just the initial impact of these passengers coming in, the risk of getting COVID. But one very good positive thing is all our airport personnel were trained on proper PPE, suit donning and doffing, which some folks do get it, especially the ARF because of their training in Saipan. But for the lot of airport personnel, I was going to bring my kit here and practice donning and doffing, but I might end up passing out on the heat of all the equipment and all the PPEs that they provided. And thank you, Ministry of Health, for that support, because all the storage that we had, it's all filled up with all PPEs that could probably last us another 30 years. So we're well stocked in terms of PPE. But a lesson learned too is when you're the airport manager and you stop flights and you put your only name on the schedule and your own cell phone number, oh my goodness, I got calls 24/8 from what airplane that came in, what was that airline, how can I fly out of here, and there are very different concerns from the public. But from the get-go, we immediately suspended the flights, but imposed the term ferry in, live out. So from the airport, I'm like, okay, everybody should know what ferry in and live out means. No, everybody start calling, what does ferry in and live out mean? What's that mean? What does ferry, does it mean one passenger, two passengers? So I had to carefully explain, translate my regular airport update. You know, ferry in means no passengers coming in, and live out means passengers can go out. We want to give, this was a collaboration with all the airlines. They also suspended their flights because of their health protocols in their state, their country. But United was the only airline that continued to say we'll provide air transport service from Guam to Palau based on what you require us to do. So we said, we continue to publish their schedule. If there's no passengers going out, they would just essentially cancel the flight. But if there was enough passengers going out, they would fly in, ferry in, and then live out, because they wanted to maintain that essential air service component to Palau so that there is a continuous support on the need for air transport. Because if not, we were totally cut off from the world. And I mean, I could share all what Rita was yelling at me. What airplane is that? Stop allowing these airplanes to come in. I'm like, sorry, Rita, I have a minister that says you can go ahead and land that plane. But there were a lot of other aircrafts that came in with donations that we continue to approve. The crew
Peter, your time is up. Okay, so it's very interesting, ferry in, live out, but let's move on to Director Agon.
all day.
Yes.
I want to acknowledge customs officers, immigration officers, because we were together on the security team of the COVID response. And I would say that the lessons learned is we as people are a lot more understanding and cooperative than ever imagined, because we had questions about what we're going to do if one of the passengers starts running away, where we're going to go, where we're going to put them, or if there was chaos because they didn't want to stay in those quarantine sites. But we never had to act on those because everybody was pretty much cooperative. And you got to know the challenge. If you go back to that time period, there was too many unknowns. There was just known that you could and most likely die from this infectious disease. So that didn't just affect the passengers or the people in the community. It also affected the frontliners. And like Singeo said, a lot of people had sick leave and they used those sick leave. So whoever stayed and was committed continued to fight on and help. But as a hindsight, if there's anything I would change, no, I think we did a perfect job collectively. The incident commander was very honest because we didn't know. I mean, you can touch something, get infected. You can inhale something, you get infected. That was everything that we were worried about, but yet we still, soldiered on and continued with the security, and we're here today healthy, laughing about it because it's a thing of the past. So I wouldn't change a thing, and if it ever happens again, I totally put my life in the hands of our hospital. Suna.
Thank you, Director. Moving over to Ministry of Finance, Chief Charnel.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today and share some of the experiences with the COVID-19 response about 3 years ago. At that time, I started as a deputy for this position in January 2020, the very same time that the WHO declared COVID as a public health emergency. And so, but at that time, former chief of the Property and Supply Division, Mr. Milan Isaac, was still on board. And so he took on the lead throughout most of the operation, while I shadowed on most of the meetings and the plannings and the operation itself. But eventually I took on the role. Our role as an EOC member was the logistics team lead. We basically ensured, so as you can see from the, well, not the chart, but the chart that the reader shared, there were 4 units under the logistics team, food and supply unit, transportation unit, waste management unit, and the communications unit. And so our role was to ensure that each unit was secured and ready for every operation. If there was any issue, that issue would be our issue to solve or find solutions to, and make sure that the units carry out the operation according to plan. So June 2020, the first repatriation, I had to go to the quarantine sites to make sure that the quarantine sites had the basic needs for the travelers during their quarantine period. I remember going through each room with a checklist just to make sure that the rooms had met the requirements on the list. We also made sure that the food and supplies were delivered on the set time throughout the quarantine period, that all the meal restrictions were met, that there were enough drivers and transportation to transport the travelers from the airport or whatever point of entry to the quarantine site, and also made sure that the waste were properly disposed of by our Division of Solid Waste Management in a timely manner. Lesson learned for me was maybe being well informed and also clear communication across the board. I say being well informed because I think everyone was scared of COVID at that time, and we didn't know what we're dealing with. So that's I believe that being well informed helps us develop an understanding of what we're dealing with and then overcome the fear. Also, clear communication across the board. EOC operated with an ICS structure, that's the Incident Command System. So each unit knew who to report to, and then so if the units had an issue, they'll report to us, and we'll report to the EOC as a whole or to the incident commander. So the communication was clear and not lost. Challenge for me was being short-staffed. Like, I guess everyone here can vouch on that. It's that fear that most people ended up pulling back from the operation because they were worried that they're exposing their families to COVID, or their families didn't want them to go home after the operation because they might get COVID. And also the limited cooperation from each government agencies, because I think of the same fear of getting exposed to COVID. Recommendation, maybe not a recommendation, but more like I just want to share that if we work as a team, we can accomplish our goal. So like Reader said in the beginning, that partnership is key. I believe that the public had high expectations for EOC, especially with its performance and the decisions that they made. But together, like as we worked together, we were able to overcome those challenges and then get us all to where we are today. Thank you.
Thank you, Charnel. Olga Reyla.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Ritter. Olgil Kasuo, and I just wanted to thank my director, Casimiro Mangsao, for giving me this opportunity, representing his office that had an important role in developing the Essential Air Services Plan with this whole team in making everything possible for repatriation during COVID. Also, I would like to thank Ms. Adolm Igardeo, my partner throughout the whole reporting as from the PIO office. She was my chief, and I will never do it again. I will never do it again. But it was exciting, it was scary, but we got through it, and it's because of good communication, understanding, and a well-developed plan. I just want to share that the initial challenges is that everything was unprecedented. This is COVID we're talking about. It had never happened in the world for 100 years. And how do you expect Palau to understand how to begin, even with all the emergency plans in place? In reporting, the hardest thing was not suppression, but non-existent information. There was no information coming in, and we had to work with what we had, and work with the truth, and work with science, and the people that had to that gave us that science to relay information, instructional information to the people, and reflect the leadership direction that the leaders wanted this country to do in that time. Those were the challenges. The hardest challenge, and it's still harder now, and it probably became harder because of COVID, is the rapid increase of false information. That's still a hard battle now. I know it's still a hard fight. Going back to me and Adolma, it caused arguments, and then we had to adapt, and adapting to it, and then relying on the science and always believing in the science, rather than the basic ethics of journalism. Science came first. I just wanted to get that across. The challenges, no. Let's go to the lessons learned. The lessons learned was the importance of preparedness. That's addressing COVID with the NEC, and then addressing the COVID with MOH, EOC. Preparedness comes first. The importance of science, the importance of collaboration with each other, and the importance of equity, making sure as a PIO office that the information gets to everyone and everyone that needs it, whether it be language, whether the barriers, the disparities, we had to address those. And I would say that the challenge was there. We did our best, and it was awesome. The importance of resilience. Every day, resilience was hard for the whole team. Pretty much this panel represents the team, and it was hard to be resilient every day, but you have to keep that in mind. Be resilient, and keep your camaraderie strong. And I just want to say, lastly, that in 2022, the EOC was the first recipient of the Person of the Year award for the job that they did in opening the Republic of Palau and protecting it from COVID, and then allowing COVID to come in and protecting the population from it. Thank you.
Thank you, Olgarila. I know we're at 4 o'clock, so but I beg your indulgence. We have one more. So, Michelle.
Can we have the
Okay,
I'm a
Michelle,
little
you have
extra.
3 minutes. Hopefully, supplies are 3 minutes.
yes, hi, Malungilita Sil. So Michelle here, from Palau Red Cross. Dili kalmal masaw la, basta nga kara mayre ngal mils ka katel kal may makuk operations sa And I'll go fairly quickly because don't worry, it's not a lot of slides. It's just that I wanted you to see the work that we were doing, especially our volunteers, ma'am. Tamaral masaw our volunteers. Itirigaya ulma aurera ma milamol ma. Yeah, so komorang sa galureri tirkang a Red Cross is not a not for profit organization Ding I get ko yung gimurul is to support efforts or rokul adal ng cartel panel. So I get lol dulwasing sa Red Cross makarang sa Red Cross makarang oy agidi sa agidi ngongi leng gida dal lol kay nga sew mo sa edal reach rokul adra el ngara ablu. Yes, samle activate MHHS kamamra obis Red Cross dire kalgukuramle activate ragya karayal incident command structure kamam. Esiral dul wai se akmara loleng yang alek olek kamam mamral dim kya karel adal ngartel obis. Mang mabas kamamra may ngara NEC kamam activate MHHS kamam el support ragya gitel bato kol lurior quarantine el molmutra a dissemination of information ler ata dim lerarang read al gidal tiarakt agim le mobilize nga 104 al volunteers al lol nga sew al gidal tel operations we activated our operations March 25th 2020 rogo lurio Red Cross most ringi adim lo made ele kama madim lo focus ra toira EOC so some of the things we did was conduct a household assessment. And I mentioned this because tegi damlete alam al conduct assessment truly awada dul waseng baseline survey. Al assess aro el blar bela makata sa edal mom dengel mo our vulnerabilities rigid tangarigir. Once we also while we were doing the assessment, so we were helping with distribution hygiene kits. Ma'am dingi kata dimlo orod aran dimlo dia karwang arang sanitizer mangarang so agimle ore del malay wase malakalom arar ade draw sel morablay rokuy malangaringi el mora rokuy el household rokul kidala ngat maklela badange del molmutra cleanliness rablay ma ar other rokul ngarablay agidire kalmle support ra tokoy dissemination ra alwasitel raktang ngarang kita dia kadabek kalaadal loreng sa arasyon, dia kadabek kalaadal nga social media. At that time, hindi ka kalbor nga COVID travel what, so we felt it safe. The top of the house to house ito row sa ikalbabier. marada polo dengel wasit yang ngarangal rakt el get rid ay gigit el bato kal misinformation ma atko el gira la a COVID. We also were able to be a member of Wadadul Waseng quarantine court team. Sel ngiamle olong aseura tirakay gitel bato kal adra transport ma ngarang al gira la trial bleder repater tirel adal el merbelaw. Akmaral ma up to 3 RB ka makamesa sel kove kam imagine rar 80 engara 84 al adal mlay eng aling fabel guys ra imol at etira diolangak diolangak tagal guys lolangas al preposition al mangila so that ang ay gal ruma mlapas sel checklist ra achievable base alamay ang kaltmo kal ngariya los pero kul ngararum. We also, if you're familiar, like yung amle oldurok langarang al mortirgal adami will quarantine selwal blel spot where they would bring the items is Mira Red Cross egi transport alabangela meals ra breakfast lunch ma dinner alabangela clock clear el mura hotel. Of course, I mentioned our volunteers, and we really look out for our volunteers. Ding direkal agi maral mo short rar at I said 104, but agi direkal maral mo sperar adring trial mla ko talwa dul wasit the Red Cross Disaster Action Team al volunteers il giblem trainer tier. Betokar tira maklol at magim lo bagi klol low spare tier. Mang betokar trial volunteers sigim low spare tier are youth volunteers il mla olong aser ma'am. So I kita kura baby ra training self receive. And then of course direct to kora psychological first aid. Ay kung da sige darbek lada dim le madaktal mo wasit tial rak ma akpokray ma dalakal ma asma tama karubag, you know, ay kaya adolat can so they were also going through a lot of stresses even though iginit makaloryor. Some other things we were also helping with pandemic safety certification training sa Labanggelar Adra Chamber of Commerce, Visitors Authority, ma Bureau of Tourism. So kaya giblem da kaloryor al gidel. And then nguramlo talgibel mo alalak lumagidat talmlara like by August 10 emlo sa mamal ko rawa gim stand down or selwal in kakarel EOC kamamra ko obisir kita Red Cross. Though hindi mo lakal stop out your COVID, even up to this day ay gidira kamaraw sa to ra ay isira COVID obang gelangi dil outreach ka mamaligibo maru lumangarang ay kaya we continue to distribute them. And sayaw ulma hygiene kita dire kalmlamo wala standard dal ngeswal gimol top der ngira pekal ngidil whether it's a household fire ngarang hygiene kita to of the any type of response that we do hygiene kita to of the aldire kaldir gamalmol malngar ngay kel klakadal rato ko ra COVID ra alsel. And then ritram la mention am laringi segi dal once am laringa community transmission ay gay kita walgel algiblem dire kal nges walgi mo rose al gira legal families mle ekoram lo talgiblem ta arbasir tirgel ledim lo quarantine ro kul ngarablay al digya adal seb elorior ay gayam les mamalguk support ringi. Next. So, some challenges I'm learning is a lack of trained personnel and volunteers. Wagi diplom trial lo sigrar ngidil adal sab arir al me ol nga sewal volunteer lo bang kamam. And like I mentioned, I'm learning a lack of enough volunteers for the operations. Some lessons learned and recommendations moving forward. Gimlo madingel waseng maral essential the build ra capacity ra information management ma logistics before obviously kama madya kaway gigidal unit ringi, but because of the assessment we did ma igalurior gimoru lagi mlo madingel mo ngidel ngarnya dedicated al adal al gidel ay ling that's the only way kada most of edel identify a vulnerable population sergit and make sure anges wa reach ra rokulat. It was also essential for us to develop ngilal relationship lobangela government ma state government. Siragi moral marula igal assessment marablu maro sange swing maral mlemring lakotokol ra state to assign ra at mga omdo mga important talangar niya actual community based volunteers al ngarablu will do there loban tridal trained ra to ra health. So it would be my last point having essential trained, equipped community-based health volunteers which akmal appreciate the tirakal nga training or angal mo community health workers, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Kada Mlamora, for 11. So, Sherry, if I can have the second to the last slide. So, the purpose of this panel, again, to show our partnerships, the success that we can accomplish if we work together. So, to date, we have conducted over 70,000 COVID tests. Out of those tests, there's been 5,988 positives. Of our population, over 95% are fully vaccinated. So, dira kal diso kal share success ra vaccination campaign ergid, and thank everyone in the community, individuals who stood up and less of real mail may vaccine. Loss of edel allow for us to open up is restrictions and most of are other start till maral may. So last slide. So to close, and I just want to say it takes a village. It takes a village not only to raise a kid, but it takes a village to come together and achieve a goal. So with that said, we all must continue to work together every day to further equality and equity in our homes, in our workplaces, in our communities, and in our nation. So with that, there's a last question for a $10 airtime, awasay. Hopefully, komoreng sa igal a news, masi trips coming out of the Ministry of Health. So who here can tell us, alwasay, how many active cases of COVID-19 do we have today? Raise your hand if you're sure. Raise your hand if you're sure. Shunrang is disqualified. Yeah. So there. Yeah. Mindy is disqualified. So that one. Oh, who raised their hand?
Zero.
Jero, yes. So for the first time in a very long time, we have 0 active cases of COVID-19. It can change tomorrow, but today, ang Jero. Omal masulang.
Thank you, Reader, and the rest of the panel. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for the panel? Thank you. Kumal misal rogoy, jamna mereka summit rigid, kumate alam mereka suli rogol ne participate attend, jadi kamalungi larong mereka suli special guest rigid, material guest speakers. Kumal misal rogoy, thank you everybody for attending the Palau 2023 Health Summit. Until next year, we'll see you all. Goodbye. Oh! Okay, I forgot about the grand prize. Okay, Delia will come up and announce the grand prize. Okay, before the grand prize, again, we remind everybody to please, please, please complete your evaluations form and turn them in. Or nga hard copy available registration table, available online. Please complete and turn those in. We need those to better plan for the next summit. Okay, good luck everybody with the grand prize.
So the grand prize will be a round-trip ticket to either Guam, the Philippines, or Taiwan.
Ministers here?
Yeah. Kabong kam choose.
Oh no.
Oh, minister.
Can you pull the...
Yeah.
Come little closer.
Tangay nga. Kamu ko dito. The lucky number is 669435. 435. Yay! Congratulations. Get a gift? 435. Yeah. Kami confirm.
435.
Yeah, you say, yeah. I'll run. Okay. Okay.
Hello? Okay, we're going to do one more, but this is, sorry, but this is for the hardworking people, the staff that put all of this thing together. So it looks like it's going to be for all the red uniform back there. So if you're here, please come forward. Yeah, you can go. Are you guys ready? Okay, we're going to have Minister pull the names. You don't have to be here to win because we got the names in the container here. All right? Okay, let's do this.
What are we winning?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's also a round-trip ticket to either Guam, Taiwan, or the Philippines. It's starts with a E. Wait. And the last name starts with an N. The first name is Elod. Come forward. Congratulations, Ole.
Thank you.
All right, I want to take a picture. You know what? I'm going to give, hold on everyone, those who are still here. I'm going to give another $100 bill. So look at your number.
Number?
Okay, ready? What is that? Is that 9? That's a 9, right? 9, 8. Okay. 8, 9, 5, 9, 6, and 6. That's in reverse. I'm going to repeat the reverse. 9.
No, 8.
No, I'm just kidding. Starts with 8, 9, 5, 9, 6, 6. But this one you have to be here to win. Oh no. Okay, let me read it the right way. 6, 6, 9, 5, 9, 8. No one? Okay. Next. Ready? 66 93 3 6. Come on, guys. It's $100. You better come up here. Okay, wait. Going once. I'm going to repeat the number just to be fair. 66 9 3 3 6. Going once. Twice. Sorry. Okay, one more. If no one wins this, I'm going to stop. Yeah. Okay. 66 94 6. Who can guess the last number? You guys are all wrong. I need the right number. 6. Let me repeat the same number again. 66 94 66. Going once, twice, gone. Okay, last one. Okay, 66. I know everybody got that number. 9 4. Another 4. Okay. Give me the last number. Who said 9? You got it. Should we do another one? Oh. You got me.
You got me.
Yeah, it's 9449. Going once. Going next. Okay. 66 95 5. Okay, give me the last number, guys. Who said 7? All right. You got 7? Come and get it. Just give it to them. Okay, don't leave yet. I'm going to give you one more. One more.
Where's the number?
It's in there. Like you in there.
I need to hug you.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to do one more and that's it.
One more.
Okay, one more $100 and that's it. This time is for reals. Okay, 66 95 2. Nope. Nope. Did anybody say 8? No 8? Okay. Gone. Okay. 66 94 1. Nope. 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 2. 669412. Okay, it's gone. One more. Okay. 6694. Nope. Nope. I thought I heard it there. Anybody said 8? Oh, this is interesting. Nobody wants $100. Okay, I'll repeat the number. 669448. Okay, it's gone. Hey, I have all the time. I can stay in here all night. All right. I feel this. I feel like somebody's going to get lucky here. 669455. 2. 9452. All right. Well, we want to thank everyone. Thank you, management, for allowing us to come here and help the event here. And we want to do this again, so hopefully we'll get invited next year.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, MD Wholesale. For those going to the Rock Islands, it's 8 a.m. tomorrow from somewhere, PC. Have a good rest of the week. If you're not going to the Rock Islands and you're MHHS staff, please report to work tomorrow. Sulang.